Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Wow, I Feel Really Old. Welcome to the official by Nintendo 40th anniversary Famicom celebratory website. This launched back in, I want to say June or July of 2023, and now, as of July 2024, the website's finally complete. It's been updated regularly this entire year, and I've been thinking it's actually super cool, and we'll get into why that's the case. But yeah, the link for this website will be down below if you want to explore it yourself. But Nintendo themselves went above and beyond to celebrate so many different things of the Famicom history, which obviously some of it can go back to the NES. Naturally, there are some parts of this that I don't think will really be prevalent to anybody who doesn't speak Japanese. Like, there's some voting thing here. It looks like they're doing these weekly polls for something. I'm sure I could translate these and something will pop up. I mean, you can already tell it's kind of neat because there are so many games with box art here that you probably haven't thought about in a long time. A bunch of Dragon Quest. There's classic pinball that I guess didn't have a box. That's weird. F1 race, Excite Bike, a different F1 race. Some of these no images, I guess they just couldn't be bothered. Like, if I look this up, let's Google this real quick. Oh, you know the classics. There's some more stuff here that I'm sure, like, if you actually grew up in the era in Japan, you would think some of these things are more interesting. Like, this is kind of neat already. It's a history segment that shows a lot of different elements here. I like the sprite work just splattered about the website. That's cool. Like, this is neat. Like, let's see if I can click. Is this ER Kung Fu? So, it's there. Just a bunch of box arts with some synopses. I imagine if I click this, it'll link to an official website. Yeah, it's an official website for Mario 1, but that is actually going to be the thing that I want to focus on here, because if we scroll down to this section right here, if we go down, is there more stuff? Looks like updates, hyping up Nintendo World Championships, NSO, of course. This segment, or I keep saying segment, this section is what I think is the coolest. The software list. This is the thing that was being updated regularly over the past year. And the reason why I think it's so cool is it goes through, I actually don't know if it's every, but it definitely goes through a vast amount of games that Nintendo published for the Famicom with box arts. Looks cool, sprite work, sure, whatever. But yeah, if we go back, we already started with Mario 1, let's click that. It's an official website made recently for Super Mario Bros. 1. Shows different consoles it released on, a bunch of artwork popping about, like they advertise it like it's a brand new game. And I just think this stuff is super neat to get these really high quality like versions of this artwork in this setting. It's cool to see them hype it up like it's a brand new game. Seeing these stencil drawings that were put in the manual, because I guess they didn't know how to properly do pixel art back in manuals back in the day. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. We got 4 different types of levels here. We got overworld, underworld, water, and sky, of course. And that's like it. And you're like, okay, cool. But this is for every single one of these games. There's a full-blown website. We go to Donkey Kong. We got a full layout here about this game. Monkey Man, you gotta be a man and save the girl from the monkey that checks out. There is a story. There you go, more of that stencil artwork. Man, I just think this stuff is so cool for historical purposes that there is now an official capacity for, like, is this Othello or Reversi? I think. And there's an official website for Reversi, which is wild. It's not big, of course, but it's still super cool. I want to go over maybe some more of the more interesting ones. What are these tags? Oh, you can go from box art to cartridge art. Oh, to title screen. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen that title screen before. Oh, it's Mahjong. That checks out. Look at that. Donkey Kong Jr. Math. There's a website for Donkey Kong Jr. Math in the year of our Lord. Current year. This is crazy. There you go. The fabled pink Donkey Kong Jr. There you go. DK Jr. 1 and 2 both have been sent to the gulag as of late. The fact that they actually put this on the Nintendo Switch Online app is, quite frankly, amazing. And you know what? I am going to go to bat for this game. It's dumb as hell. Donkey Kong Jr. Math is a dumb as hell video game, but it's fun multiplayer. You got one monkey on one side, one monkey on the other. DK's like, get to that number, and then you gotta race to get them. I like that. It could be that I'm just a massive math nerd, because I actually enjoy this normal equation stuff too. Maybe I'm just a giant nerd, I don't know. That's very possible. Let's see what else here. You got tennis, pinball, Wild Gunman. Game that used the zapper. There you go. Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's moving. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, you gotta shoot the guy. Gotta use a gun. You know, it's like a baby's toy. There you go. That's a baby's toy. What a Famicom. What a weird device. Oh, there was a holster? Okay, well, I knew about the gun looking more like a proper gun. I didn't realize it was a holster. It has like a tag on it, like as well, HVC006. That's its serial ID. I didn't realize there was an official Nintendo gun holster. So that's what I think is so cool. There's like just parts of these things that I just didn't think about. Oh, Devil World. Ah, so cool that this got brought onto NSO also. Look at this artwork. It's so, you really don't see games with hand-drawn art for promotional material like this anymore. And it's not really a massive complaint. I'm not trying to be like that old man, like, oh, back in my day, but it's just something about this art is so pleasing to look at, especially now blown up like this. Ah, Devil World. Crazy that, look at that, just a cross and a Bible. The fact that Nintendo actually brought this back out to Nintendo Switch Online is bonkers. That's just the devil. I know that guy was in Smash Bros as an assist trophy, but it's still just a very cool part of Nintendo's history. Let's see, F1 Race, Urban Champion. The classic Urban Champion. This was another one of those games that I think I've always kind of defended. It's not good, but I think, I think there's an enjoyment that could be had for these types of games. Like, if you have a friend who wants to play Street Fighter or whatever, like, obviously they're not going to find as much enjoyment in this. But if I'm just like, hey, you want to just mess around for a little bit and do like a round or two of Urban Champion, you can get like a laugh out of it for 5 minutes. And then like what, like a little 5-minute segment every month? That's not bad. That's more than I give a lot of other games. Look at this official artwork here of the green guy falling down the sewer. You see, I grew up in New York City, so when I played this game when I was a child, it captured my imagination because I was like, oh my god, this is like real life. And I guess, depending on what city you're in, it's not entirely untrue. I'm curious about the website for Duck Hunt, because I'm curious. There we go, we got the same like zapper-like animation. I think that's kind of cool that what is that? I can't tell what that symbol is. It's probably just for the anniversary thing. There's all these news posts on these websites too. Oh, it's for the voting things here. All right, let's see what won this poll here. Oh, Tag Team Muscle, the Ultimate Muscle. Okay, yeah, we got this game localized. There you go. Probably for multiplayer game, potentially. Yeah, these all look like two-player games. Double Dragon, that looks like a Fist of the North Star box art. That's crazy. Yeah, Contra. A lot of Kunio-kun games. This looks like it was some sort of competitive 1v1 contest, and it looks like by a wide margin. What was number 2? Granted, this is just my assumption. Another wrestling game. I respect it. Japan likes their wrestling. I respect it. So yeah, just a Duck Hunt website. I feel like Nintendo was really close to bringing Duck Hunt back to some capacity after putting them in Smash and giving them so much love, just to be sent back to the Dark Realm. I mean, it's not that I want a modern game that's cartoonish about shooting ducks, but there's something that could be done with this dog. What exactly? I don't know, but it's something there. I would have to assume then we got the cursor there once again. Oh my god, look how crusty these pictures are. If you ever go back and look at old manuals, I just love the fact that they didn't have direct capture, I guess, which is wild to think about. So they just took a photo off their TVs and then just popped it into the manual and called it a day. That's crazy. That's crazy. Fun game though. If you have the capacity to play a Zapper game or two in modern setting, it's very tough to get done. Yeah, it was on Wii U. It can use the Wii remote. And then, oh yeah, this is actually the Wii version because it shows the cursor on the screen. They are fun. I think they're fun games. I don't think Gumshoe is on this website. I liked Gumshoe, but no one cares about Gumshoe. What about Stanley? Stanley the Bugman. Like, I'm sure I may get some more enjoyment if I were to translate these things, but it's actually not direct text. As you can see here, it's an image of text, so I can't really throw this into Google image translation. I would have to pull my phone out, and I don't really care. Look at this guy. He's so angry. I like Donkey Kong Country, I mean, I do like Donkey Kong Country 3, but I do like Donkey Kong 3 as well. It's another thing, man. I feel like a website like this just kind of makes me want some sort of Captain Rainbow-esque, like, celebration of just these forgotten classic characters that they can't do anything else with. Like, I would like to see Stanley to some capacity again. Same with the Bubbles from Clu Clu Land, which actually, Bubbles showed up in Donkey Kong King of Swing for the Game Boy Advance, which is insane to think about. Is that it? Is that how many stages are in this game? There's no way there's only 20 stages. But I thought Clu Clu Land was kind of neat, kind of challenging, trying to make this artwork, and you're being chased all the time. Not a terrible game. God, we're still very early on this website. Ice Climber, Balloon Fight, Wrecking Crew. I'm very curious about the Rob websites. Let's see here. So we got a nice gray, of course. There's the professor. I do forget his name. Because I don't... Oh, Hector. Oh, there was an evil one? There was a Dark Hector? Probably 2-player, but I like the idea of a dark, evil professor who looks exactly the same, and he's doing the finger guns. Hell yeah. I don't think Gyromite-like games have that same appeal of Zapper games. Like, if you were to play with the original hardware, it's so much more fun. I think there's obviously a novelty to Rob the Robot, and similarly, I would like to see Rob the Robot as a character used in more things, because it was, you know, really, really cool that he was in Smash and he was in Mario Kart DS. I think that stuff is cool, but I don't think these games are fun. You can emulate them, and then it just shows that you need the hardware for it, and I don't think the hardware's all that fun. It's very slow. Whatever. There's a history to Rob. I think it's neat, but not fun, video game-wise. Ooh, Murasame's Castle. There's an official website for Murasame's Castle. Hell yeah, this was a fun game too. I think at the time of this video, I don't know if these games, or if this game hit Nintendo Switch Online yet. I don't see, oh, what? Oh no, okay, it says Switch there, good. Good game. Good game, definitely worth playing, and I just love this classic anime manga art style. We were so close to getting something new for this franchise. Look at that Tanuki. We were so close to getting something new for this franchise too, getting an attraction in Nintendo Land, but obviously it went to nothing. To be fair, I am hyping it up. I've never actually beaten it, so I probably should get off my high horse and beat it. Look at him. He's just a confused little guy. Metroid. Oh, I want a website for classic Metroid. Look at that suit. Oh, look at it, like the exposed parts of that suit. That's so sick. I mean, similar to how some people want maybe like a new Zelda game that looks like the old art for Zelda 1. I'd love to see something for Metroid as well. Like, look at that. That's crazy. I forgot, like, the suit had, like, these exposed bits. Look how disgusting the Metroid are. Not even, like, claws in the artwork. They're, like, weird tentacles. Look at them. Oh, that's weird. Look at little... God, they're so ugly. Oh, and who could be the final boss, I wonder? To be fair, I don't even really like the original Metroid. I think it's very tough to go back to original Metroid after playing Zero Mission, but still appreciate it. Still appreciate it for what it is. More wrestling, volleyball, Kid Icarus. Yeah, Zelda 1, or Zelda 2, I saw Zelda 1 up there. Cool that, of course, we got a lot of the disc system games in there, too. I'd love if there was, like, a Star Tropics part, but that never released in Japan, so that's not going to show up. This is another classic Nintendo franchise I've not really ever played. Shinonig Goshima, I believe is how it's said. I only really remember that because of Smash. And I think these two characters showed up in Kirby's Dream Land 3, I want to say. Oh, see, it's cool that they have, like, these story segments. Granted, I'm also one of those guys who loves classic pixel art blown up, so to see it like this, presented this way, I think is very, very endearing. I think one of these guys' name is Goku. I could be thinking of the wrong Japanese Nintendo game. See, this isn't really helping me. Maybe it's just a visual novel. That could be the case. It could also just be a visual novel. I have no idea what this game is, but that's where the intrigue is. F1 race, US golf, Japan golf, Punch-Out, ice hockey, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Famicom Detective Club. Hot off the heels of the announcement of MEO. There you go. There's the two games. Oh, he's gone. That man is gone. Yeah, GBA, Wii, 3DS, Wii U. There you go. This is, this one would have to be, the Missing Air, I'm pretty sure, because it's the Amnesia one and by the cliffside. Yeah, oh man, I've never seen, like, this classic art like this before. I did buy the special edition of the Switch remake, so I believe there's an art book that has some of this art in it. But it's so cool to see now that we have, like, a modern adaptation of it to go back. And it's cool. I can actually recognize a bulk of these characters. He was 76 years old. I guess it looks pretty good for 76. That's 78, 76. Yeah, you know. And you were 17 the whole time? Some of these details I totally missed. Oh, blood splatter. Oh yeah, there's a little map of the place you get to explore. That's cool. That's cool that that's on there. Oh, and then Famicom Wars. Man, yeah, the old Famicom Wars art was just a bunch of guys. Just a bunch of guys. Oh, see? Animations? I like this website a lot. I love this website. It's so cool. I do want to go back and play some more of the classic Wars games. I believe most of them have gotten fan translations. So this Famicom Wars, I believe there's a Super Famicom Wars, there's a Game Boy Wars. And then I want to say the series took a big hiatus until the GBA, when it became Advance Wars. And then, I mean, it's easy to follow the franchise after that, but I'm curious. Same with, like, very old school Fire Emblem. I'm curious about the most original and archaic form of these games. So, never got translated, but it's still cool that this is there. I like these guys. This is not how War is exactly. This tank is huge. Oh my god. Let's see. I mean, I guess we have to click Mario 3, right? We gotta check out some Mario 3. We gotta. Is widely considered to be the best NES game. I'm a Kirbys Adventure guy myself, at least in terms of Nintendo published games, but I guess that's not to be too surprising. Yeah, we're not going, once we got past some of the early years, they're not doing the preserving of, like, the camera on the TV screen stuff from the manual here. We got more direct capture stuff. Oh, that's neat. Oh, this is like the end credits of the game. Scrolling through and you get these dioramas. Oh, the Mysterious World 8. Oh, what if I click next again? Oh, dude, let's go! Dude, this is a cool website. I keep right-clicking. This is a cool website. Can I scroll past this? I don't know if I keep scrolling down. Actually going left to right. Oh, it went to blue for underwater. And then the airship. Oh, this is so sick. Oh, and then yeah, 2-player, or you can play Mario Bros. Very hidden feature in Mario 3. Oh, that's so cool. Versus Excitebike, there's the other Famicom Detective Club. That would be, the girl who stands behind, Mother. Yeah, official website for Mother 1. Wild stuff. There they are. I can't say I'm a fan of Earthbound Beginnings. You know, I feel like I'd probably look at this the same way as I would Famicom Wars. It's very archaic. I can respect, you know, what it set out to do. But it is tough to play nowadays, in my opinion. But still important that this stuff has been preserved. Like, this is sick. Oh, I love these, like, old clay-looking dioramas. Oh, the car, the hippie, the train, Starman. A bunch of different weapons that you can get. Whoa, Starve Dave. Man, okay, I don't really know. An inhaler? Oh, I didn't know one of the characters in this game had, like, asthma. That's crazy. Oh, a full meal. Oh, the infamous, Whack Donald's. Oh, man. That's so cool. This one, okay, no, I was wrong about Shinonig Goshima. That's Goku. This is Goku. Whatever game this is, I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, see, this one never got ported to anything else. No Switch, 3DS, nothing. But this looks very similar, like, aesthetically. Yeah, okay, I remember that monkey. Yeah, these characters also showed up in Dreamland 3. Maybe these are the only characters that showed up in Dreamland 3. I don't know. They've had some appearances in America, but it looks like just visual novel again. But it's bold of them to actually promote this game without ever re-releasing it anywhere, not even in Japan. Fire Emblem, of course. What is Night Move? Look at him. He looks so happy. What the heck is Night Move? Round 1 hole. Is it golf? Golf chess? You gotta get to an end point, but you can only do the horse? Is it 2-player mode? I'm actually kind of surprised. This is a game that I've actually not seen before. I thought I was pretty caught up with Japanese Nintendo games, but this one I'm actually not familiar with. I'll have to give this one a go. Also not been ported to anything else, so that's neat. I have a new game to check out, even if it only takes like 5 seconds before I get the gist of it. This one also, another visual novel. I knew there were a handful of visual novels on the Famicom. I'm surprised I haven't seen these before. I have no idea what this is. But I would have to assume it's Nintendo published. Oh no, a summoning circle and a priest? Oh my god, floating bodies? The thing is, the website's gonna make this out to look a whole lot cooler than it will be in real life. I have no doubt. No doubt about that. More golf. Is this more Mahjong? Yeah, it looks like Mahjong, which I can't even pretend to know how to play. See, there you go, this is what I was talking about. More of this not direct capture artwork. Look at them. Oh, I like this art. It's so cool. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever play this one, but still cool that it's there. Yoshi. This is just, yeah, Yoshi's Cookie's down there. This is just normal old Yoshi. Not a fun game. I love, like, puzzle-dropping games, Tetris-likes, whatever you want to call them. I do not like Yoshi. It's just a very... I don't know if I want to say tedious, I just don't like the mechanics with only, like, these 4 columns, and then you gotta try to sandwich pieces together with the eggs. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Maybe similarly, I can get some 2-player fun out of it, but I was never a Yoshi fan. I did like Yoshi's Cookie, though. It was more of a brain-dead puzzle game, I guess, because you have kind of free will to move the cookies around. See, I like this animation, because this is just how the animations are done in the game. Oh, it's cute. I also like that, honestly, I'm so brain-rotted with this, that every time I see, like, these thumbprint-like cookies, my immediate thought is just to go to Yoshi's Cookie. Like they invented these cookies. See, seeing this website again and seeing some of the other games like original Yoshi just makes me kind of want a sequel, a revival, however you want to call it, of Nintendo Puzzle Collection for the GameCube. That had, you know, this, had Dr. Mario, had Panel de Pun on it. There's a lot more that they can pull from, especially with modern graphics. I think that'd be super sick. I guess the bottom of the website, I guess I have to click Kirbys Adventure. Hoshi no Kirby. I have to click it. Yeah, you go. They went with the nice Kirby bubbly font. I like that. Of course, look at the little guy go. First to draw a circle, yep, and then yep, there you go, it's Kirby. Oh man, seeing the high res. Oh, with the sprite work under it? Oh, that's cool. I like that they combined both. Oh, seeing the hand-drawn version of that. It's not, and you can see that it wasn't done on like normal paper also. It's done like on some like thick material. Oh. Yeah, see, it's when it's games that you love getting represented in this way. Because, like, video game websites, I don't really remember, like, dedicated video game websites, I don't really remember popping up until maybe GameCube era? Like, on the 64, I kind of remember going back, oh, it does the Mario 3 thing down here. I kind of remember going back and seeing the Nintendo website would have dedicated pages for certain games. But in terms of these fully gimmicked websites, I don't remember. There may be some N64 games that got the treatment, but I mostly remember it from GameCube and GBA and DS. So to see them go back to classic NES games and do that, I mean, it does make me want them to do more. This one, Joy Mech Fight, which is fun. Similarly, fun 2-player game. Glad this one actually did show up on Nintendo Switch Online with Sukapon. Oh, there you go. Oh man, with the movesets. It's kind of a tedious game because I think you have to unlock all the characters by going through the single-player mode first, I believe. But it's cool that all these characters have that kind of variety on them. And Sukapon, I think, is a charming little character. He would have been a totally fine playable character in Smash as opposed to just an assist trophy. Look at him. Oh, what am I looking at here? I don't think I've ever gotten far enough to see these guys on the right. Looks like boss characters? Oh, then you had 1 versus computer, you had 1v1. You had computer versus computer? If you just wanted to watch and spectate. Okay. I like that they even went the extra mile to make sure only some of the controllers have the plus and the start and select button, because all the player 2 controllers have the microphone on them. Go! Victory! That's cool. Let's see, Tetris Flash. What's Tetris Flash? Is this just not Tetris 2? It is just Tetris 2. Interesting, it's called Tetris Flash. I mean, to be fair, having it called Tetris 2 is already kind of weird in the first place, and I've definitely never seen this title screen before. That's shockingly well detailed. But I don't like Tetris 2, because it went from making lines to needing to blow up these bomb pieces, and yeah, a lot of the times the puzzle pieces or the tetraminos are not connected. So you gotta change your mindset. It's not like a terrible puzzle game. Obviously it's Tetris themed enough that they could get away with calling it Tetris 2. This art style has always been bonkers to me too. Yeah, not the biggest fan of Tetris 2, but it's cool that it's there. I guess Nintendo must have published this, and they didn't publish the first one, because Tetris 1 wasn't on there. And then Warriors Woods. I like this game. Yeah, the final Nintendo published game. This is another one where if they did another Nintendo puzzle collection that they could pump this out. Because it's funny to me, the Famicom version, the NES version is fine. Like, seeing Wario on the NES is kind of cool. Uses a color palette that's kind of more simplistic with these purple and the white and the kind of exposed arms. Because he's a big buff boy. But the Super Nintendo version also featured this roster of characters that you would go up against in the single-player mode. That'd be cool to see them revived. Look at this ugly mug. I kind of miss, like, super ugly, cockeyed Wario. Oh! I got jump scared by the block. Oh my god. If you scroll... Oh, this is a cool... it's such a cool website. Oh man, you know what? I was talking about original characters. Clearly, I've not gone far enough. Yeah, or is that just mode B? Have I just never clicked mode B? I may have just never clicked mode B. They're not as kooky as the ones in the Super Nintendo one. Okay, there's some original characters. There was a mermaid in the Super Nintendo one, I believe. Still, be cool to see those characters brought back. There you go, Wario in his iconic plane. There you go. The game ends with Wario dying. It's kind of funny. But yeah, if you haven't played Warriors Woods, I do recommend it. I do think it's kind of fun to have a Tetris-styled game where you are a character on the field. It makes for an interesting change of pace. We're at the bottom, but I did pass over a bunch. Fire Emblem Gaiden, which would become Fire Emblem Echoes for the 3DS. I love this game on 3DS. I have not played the original, but yeah, same thing. Seeing this classic art style is so cool. This was a really fun game on 3DS because it changed up the basic Fire Emblem formula. I don't know how much of this comes from the original. I would have to assume... I'm not finding the dungeon crawling stuff, because that's in the 3DS one. But still, very cool that, like, similar to Mario and Metroid and Zelda, Game 2 for Fire Emblem, they changed up the formula a considerable amount. And no, there's a dungeon. I think this one also made a big deal out of a lot of the characters that you recruit start off as blank slates, and you can mold them to whatever class you want. Like, there's no predetermined classes for them, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. This one, I don't know if this has been ported to anything. It was on previous Virtual Console, but since they remade it, I guess why bother? But I say they still ported. I totally forgot the weird Nintendo thing that they did by porting the original game and translating it with that weird emulator as a limited time thing in 2020, and then has yet to put it on Nintendo Switch Online, yet to do that with the sequel. Very strange. Very, very strange. There's base Fire Emblem. It is tough to go back to after all the quality of life improvements, but yeah, just, again, the old art. I just appreciate the old art so much. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. This did get ported to Switch, only in Japan. So it's on the Japanese Famicom app, and then you have to now, I guess, go out of your way to get the translated one, which is weird because it's an emulator that's not as good as the Nintendo Switch Online emulator. Very, very strange stuff. I know a lot of these characters also got revived in the mobile game. Was it Heroes? Which is cool. And they've gone above and beyond to represent at least Marth and Sita, I believe is his wife, in newer games. So that's nice. All the different types of classes. Man, really gave him all of them. May as well, right? There's a lot of classes. Oh, different types of field terrain. That's cool, and it tells you how it affects your movement options and whatnot. That's neat. Oh my god, on a whole chart. This is one of the most in-depth websites of the bunch so far. Let's see, I've skipped over a bunch, but let's see, before we end things off, what's one that you think, you can send me your energy, that you would probably want to see? I pictured two that I want to wrap up with. I think I have two I'm gonna wrap up with. Let's first go to Mario 2. the actual Japanese Mario 2, not Doki Doki Panic. There you go, released on everything. What is that? Oh, the Game & Watch. Yeah, no, that's true. Famicom, Game Boy Advance, Wii, 3DS, Wii U, Game & Watch, and Nintendo Switch. Is that the only time? I guess technically Game Boy Color also, because it was in Mario Deluxe. Still though, a lot of ports for a not great game. Don't think that's a hot take. But the meanness of Lost Levels, I do not like. Oh, it's a very small website. Oh yeah, it doesn't have the Super Nintendo, the All-Stars one in here too, which is how I primarily played the game. But yeah, not great level design. That's not much of a hot take, but cool that's represented. The most interesting thing about Lost Levels is that they gave a lot more like smiley faces and eyeballs to more of the terrain. That's about it. But yeah, I guess we have to end on Zelda, right? Like, I would have to hope this website has a lot. Look at the Hyrule Fantasy. Yeah, on everything, I would assume Game & Watch, Zelda, yeah, and the Famicom Mini, of course. I'm hoping there's a whole map. Oh, this was actually text. That's actual text that you can translate. There you go, there's Link. See, having a game that looks like this, hand-drawn style, I think would be really cool. Ooh, old man. So we saw the old man. We saw the beggar. Yeah. Is there a map? Different swords, different rupees, map compass. Ooh, this is nice. That's what the Octoroks initially looked like. Oh my god, it's terrifying. It's just a little guy. I never knew how to portray this little white part of the sprite. I guess, pictured it as a big mouth? It's almost as big as this, right? But I guess it's like a rat thing, and it's just the gray bit. But that doesn't... I don't know. Still doesn't look right to me. Oh man, all this art. Oh, this art is gorgeous. Look at that leg. Look at that chiseled up leg. That's crazy. There's no map though. Dang, the one thing I was hoping for would just be like a nice, maybe interactable map. Sadly, that is not the case. But yeah, so this website I think is super sick and super worth investigating now that it is complete. They have said as much that because these sections were all grayed out for the longest time, and you can see them, like now some of them still say new, but yeah, we're at the bottom of the list. If we go to anything else here, I don't think there's like Anything else that's super interesting or something that can be easily understood without translating? Like that looks nice. Those are like the Switch controllers of that. The history section, which we showed before, which again, still looks nice. And there are some games in here that don't have sections. Like this is Nuts and Milk, which is an amazing name. Tower of Jiraga, Spelunker, Dragon Warrior, of course, Dragon Quest. Yeah, of course that's in there. See all these games, Goemon, Mighty Bomb Jack. I'd love to see them continue on. Yeah, Rockman. Obviously though, they can't really just willy-nilly do the third-party games, and then why would they waste the effort? See Wagyon Land. That's a pretty deep cut right there. Dr. Mario. Yeah, I must have passed. Oh yeah, I did pass Dr. Mario. What is this? Oh, Metal Max. I don't know what that is. Is this, yeah, that has to be, that thing Nobunaga's Ambition. Kirby, Sukapon. Oh, Gimmick! Hell yeah, dude. I love Gimmick. I love Gimmick, and this is Adventure Island 4. Oh, I didn't realize Adventure Island 4 was the last Famicom game. This game didn't get localized. I know that much, but yeah, the final came out in June of 1994. This came out in February of 1994. So there you go. It's a little bit of fun trivia there. Oh, I'm seeing other consoles being mentioned. A 3DO, PCFX, something with music. Innocent World, yeah, blowin'. I could translate these, but it's almost funnier to just leave it as be. And then the hardware section, yeah, once again, advertises it like it's a brand new console, which I think is just such a neat little thing. The AC adapter, copper wiring, the RF switch. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, on the disc system. Sure enough, y'all, the disc writer stations. That's cool. Yeah. So yeah, as far as I can tell, this website is fully completed right now. The link to it will be down below. I just wanted to spend some time, what has it been, like a half hour? It's been like 40 minutes, oh my god, of me just browsing through this website. I was saving it to do for this video. It's a cool little place. I recommend you check it out as well. And yeah, I guess your homework of the day will be, what are your favorite Famicom games? Let me know down below. Mario 2 is a bad video game. Goodbye, everyone.